Welcome back to Got Your Six Racing Network. We are in week 5 of the Outlaw Racing Series. Out on track are the Dirt Street Stocks brought to you by Gears Unlimited. Tonight, we got Clayton back in the booth. Clayton, welcome to the booth, my friend. It's good to see you once again. What are you looking for tonight?
Sir, always fun to be up in booth with you. Tonight, I think having a low car count may possibly give us a little bit more room for these guys to race. Not going to be too on top of each other. Not a lot of cars to wear the track out. So I think we'll have a couple lines that they'll be able to run most of the night on all 3 series. I don't know if the car count will get higher as we go into the next 2 after the street stocks here tonight, but definitely a little bit more room for these guys for them to really showcase their talents and see, who can run quick around here the best, the most consistent.
Yeah, currently 10 cars in the field. Ryan Stillwell at the top of the board in that 09 machine with a 14.849. Scott Scheuer is in P2. It looks like he ran a 14.86, so not far behind that 849 of Stillwell. Grant Wesley, he qualifies P3. He's in a 14.92, followed by Logan Herbert in that 611 car. 611, he's been fast the last 4 nights, Clayton, or the last few weeks. He's ran into some problems. So the 611 is fast. He put up a 14.99, and he will roll off with your 5th quickest qualifying. Tonight, qualifying is brought to you by Tight Lines Apparel. Have a passion for the great outdoors and fishing? Tight Lines Apparel has all your fishing apparel needs for the whole family, from women's to men's and youth sizes. Family owned and operated, Tight Lines Apparel has a passion for the outdoors, and everything is custom made to order from tees to hoodies. Tight Lines Apparel is your one-stop shop for all your fishing apparel needs. Act now and use code SIMRACINGSHIP for free shipping on your order. That's SIMRACINGSHIP for free shipping. Be sure to give them a like and follow on Facebook and Instagram and get the whole family set up with Tight Lines Apparel. Keep it tight with Tight Lines Apparel. So the qualifying show is brought to you by Tight Lines Apparel. Clayton, any surprises on the qualifying finish here?
Yeah, Scott Schroyer. I know he's quick in a late model, and I know he can put up some speed in a modified, but I haven't seen his name towards the top in the street stocks. So seeing him P2 right now, he's going to roll off, P1 in his heat 2 there, and see if he can't keep it up front during his heat race. I think him and Chris Cox drifting down the board a little bit. Chris Cox seems to be quick in almost anything he can get in. So this car and track combination might be throwing these guys for, a little bit of a loop here. We'll see who can keep the speed, who can find the speed as quick as possible around I-55 here tonight.
Yeah, man, we'll take a quick look at the grid. Ryan Stillwell, Grant Wesley on the front row. Keaton Holder, Chris Cox in row number 2. Eddie Neal rounds out your field of 5 drivers. So we got teammates on that front row, it looks like. We are waiting for the 88 car of Grant Wesley to grid. Everyone else has made it to the grid for heat number 1. There is the 88. We have a full field of 5 drivers in heat number 1. The pace truck will roll off as we get ready here. It is the 09 of Ryan Stillwell with your Tight Lines Apparel Pole Award. Again, Street Stock Division brought to you by Gears Unlimited tonight. Here at Got Your Six Racing Network, we are racing for awareness of veterans issues. As always, 22 veterans a day take their own lives, and we're trying to cut into that number as the green flag comes out. Great start by Ryan Stillwell. He's on the bottom side, slides up in front of the 88. The 367, or 87, my apologies, of Keaton Holder. He's on the inside of the 88. He's trying to get that bottom to work.
Yeah, Keaton Holder possibly trying to push Grant Wesley up there into that loose stuff just off the bottom. See if he can get Grant Wesley to slip up there and possibly pick up the position. Throwing a slider here out of 4, clearing Grant Wesley for P2.
Not often you see a slider in street stocks, but you just witnessed it. Looks like Ryan Stillwell with the quickest lap last time by 14.997. Now Grant Wesley is in danger of that third position being given away. That's the 5:15 Des Moines, Iowa driver Chris Cox. He's running P4 on lap 4 of 10. We'll go on board with Wesley and see what's going on. The driver out of Evansville, Indiana, he's on the inside. It looks like he moved down. He followed that 387, trying to take a page out of his book.
Yeah, we give these guys a little bit more time to race here. 10 laps here in the heat races, not 8. So we'll see if one of these guys can possibly run down Ryan Stillwell, as the top is already starting to appear slick here in 1 and 2. I think I may have spoke a little too soon. I think this track might slick off. I don't know quite how the street stocks wear away a dirt track, but we see 1 and 2 already slicking off pretty bad.
You know, that's happened the last few weeks. I've been surprised. It looks like maybe it's a heavier car is all I can think of, but it sure does get that track slick really quick. Eddie nailing the 318, currently running in P5 at the rear of the field, the 515 in front of him. The battle's going to be right here between the 387, that's Keaton Holder, and Grant Wesley. As those two battle side by side, Ryan Stillwell, he's loving seeing this in his rearview mirror as he's able to pull away from the field on lap 9 of 10. Once again, Stillwell, quickest lap, 14.880 last time by. Keaton Holder in the 15-second. Everybody else in the 15-second range. 1 lap to go for your leader. That is Ryan Stillwell. Looks like he's running right above that slick. Just putting that right rear above the slick.
Yeah, Grant Wesley was getting aggressive there with Keaton Holder in the 387 last lap. Trying to put the pressure on. Keaton Holder holds off for P2.
Stillwell, Holder, Wesley, Cox, Neal is your finishing order. Your lineup for heat number 2, Scott Scheuer, Logan Herbert on the front row. Michael Vitale's on the inside of row number 2. Billy Roberts to his outside. Jake Henry rounds out your field of 5 drivers. Yeah, I noticed that, Clayton, last week. The street stocks seemed to really slicken a track up, and I wasn't sure why. The only thing I can come up with is there a much heavier car, possibly.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think. I can't think of...
Clayton
Sorry about that.
doing double duty here. He's also race control, so we appreciate Clayton in the booth. We keep him busy up here. We try not to, but sometimes catch him a little bit off guard. But Scott Scheuer will take the outside. The leader gets to pick which lane he starts in. And that 57 car will start on the outside of row number 1, moving the 611 of Herbert to the inside. 10 laps to get it done. This is heat 2. We will head to the feature right after this. Great start by Scheuer. Up in the marbles.
We've got Outlaw Racing currently fighting for second. So P3, 4, and 5. Michael Vitale, Jake Henry, and Billy Roberts there, all from Outlaw Racing. Can one of those 3 guys get to the front during this heat race and have anything for Scott Scheuer in that 57?
That is the 213. Michael Vitale, Air Force veteran. Michael, as always, thank you for your service, my friend. And Gears Unlimited, Billy Roberts in that 99 as Michael Vitale pulls up to the rear bumper of that 611. Will Vitale be able to find a way by?
Yeah, Michael Vitale has shown some speed in these street stocks the further along we get. I really think he's getting the hang of these things, and I think we'll see that 213 in victory lane here by the end of the year for sure.
Yeah, man, we were watching him when he first started, and he catches on pretty quick. No matter what he sits in, he seems to figure it out pretty quick in that 213. Up front, Scott Scheuer leading the way, but not by much. He's got the 213, dives to the bottom, can't get the run off the bottom. Logan Herbert in the 611 holds on to P2. Michael Vitale in P3. Billy Roberts now, he's about to be under attack from that 171 of Jake Henry. Henry's peeking to the outside. Looks like the 99 diamonding that corner a little bit.
Yeah, Michael Vitale in the 213's almost running a full slick line that last lap, and he was somehow able to close up on Logan Herbert. We see him in 3 and 4 again with both rear tires in the slick. So not sure what kind of speed he's finding, but that 213 car is liking the slick right now, Joe.
We are on his rear bumper. Yeah, this is the 213 that you're looking at as he hunts down the 611 on lap 8 of 10. Go on board with the 213 nose cam.
Yeah, I think I may have given him the broadcaster's curse. The second I spoke about him, the 611 of Logan Herbert pulled away. So these guys pretty single file. Billy Roberts putting on the pressure here to Michael Vitale, his teammate, just ahead. Billy Roberts may have something for him right here in 3 and 4 on the final lap.
Rolling the bottom, as you talked about last week. That 99 car finds traction down there. Scott Scheuer will win. Herbert P2, Vitale P3, Billy Roberts and Jake Henry. 2 minutes of warm-up, ladies and gentlemen. We will be right back.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name's Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. The issue has been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turned into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. Just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're about ready to go feature racing here. 50 laps, if my memory serves me. Clayton, is that accurate?
Yes, sir. Going to invert the top 4 and go 50 laps here tonight.
We will take a quick look at your grid for the feature. Logan Herbert on the inside of row number 1 with Keaton Holder to his outside. Scott Scheuer, Ryan Stillwell in row number 2. Grant Wesley, Michael Vitale in row number 3. Chris Cox, Billy Roberts in 4. Eddie Neal, Jake Henry round out your field of 10 drivers. All right, Clayton, who do you got?
Man, I want to go with Scott Scheuer. Scott Scheuer in that 57 impressed me qualifying, winning his heat race. I know we invert the top 4, but he's only 1 row back on the bottom, starting in P3. I think Scott Scheuer in the 57, Joe. How about you?
I think Billy Roberts is going to come from 8th and take the win. He's going to roll the bottom, and that 99 is going to the front. Yeah, looks like everybody has taken to the grid. It will be Keaton Holder. Go ahead.
Billy Roberts giving his teammate a little good luck bump there on the grid. I'm sure Michael Vitale had some thoughts there, thinking what was going on there. That's funny to see. These guys love to have a good time. I know them Gears Unlimited and the Outlaw Racing guys. They're a comedy group for sure. They're cool to hang out with, cool to talk to. We'll wish everybody on the track tonight at their best.
Yeah, absolutely. Billy Roberts has so much to do with iRacing, man. He's came on board, I don't know, about a year ago, I guess, and man, he has made a big splash. 611 of Logan Herbert will start on the outside. Keaton Holder in 387 will be to his inside. Scott Scheuer in that 57 machine. He'll roll off on the inside of row number 2. As the green flag is out, we are underway. That is Logan Herbert to the front of the field. The 387 of Keaton Holder falls in line. 57 car gets loose. He slides down. Chris Cox into the outside wall. So not good luck for the 57 machine. Let's take a look at what happened to that 515 of Chris Cox. 515 is the black and red car right below your camera there. As he went into the corner, the 99 of Billy Rock. 57 got loose, kind of a chain reaction deal there. As Billy Roberts gets into the back of the 515.
Yeah, that's exactly what the call is going to be. Just a big old chain reaction there. Tough to see, but nobody truly at fault for that one.
Working lap 4 of 50. We're getting ready to go green once again. The 387 car will take the outside, or is it the 611? 611 will take the inside in the NOS Energy Drink car. Great restart by Logan Herbert. He'll get up high, gets in front of the 387. 57 car, we saw him get loose earlier into the inside wall. He's going to keep it down low. Looks like a train is forming on the high side, Clayton.
Absolutely. I think if Scott doesn't, force a hole up there soon, I think that top line could come in. But at the same time, we see Scott passing Ryan Stillwell there for P3 on the bottom. So really, it seems like both lanes are working really good right now. I don't know which one's going to hold longer. I would assume the bottom, just because a lot more cars are up top. Scott Schroyer now about to clear Keaton Holder here for P2. So I think the bottom may be a little more lengthy when it comes to being dominant.
Yeah, and we are on board with the 09 of Stillwell as he battles it out with that 57 car. Both of those cars running that bottom side. Logan Herbert with a solid lead now, pulling away from the field. The 387 is in P2. Scott Scheuer, as we mentioned, he's running that bottom line. He was up to P2 on the inside. You got Grant Wesley, driver out of Evansville, Indiana, in the 88 machine on the high side. He thought about taking it 4 wide as the 9 and 57 make contact. We're going to go 3 wide.
As these guys battle it out here for really only for second, 5-car battle here, Michael Vitale has slowly closed the gap and is now about to put on the pressure for Ryan Stillwell here.
That is the 213 of Vitale. He's rolling the bottom in that white and silver car. Again, thank you, Michael, for his service to our country in the United States Air Force. Keaton Holder in P2 in the black and white 387. Scott Scheuer has not moved off that bottom line since the drop of the green flag. He has moved up. He started in P3, but I thought he fell back early, Clayton, and he's working his way back through the field.
Yeah, absolutely. And the way he's doing it is pretty impressive, running only slick when it comes to his line all the way around the track right now. Both rear tires are in the slick all the way around both corners. I thought Grant Wesley was going to be able to get his car up there. We've seen Grant dominate recently in the street stocks and almost in the whole league besides the modifieds. But Grant Wesley seems to have Keaton Holder in front of him, and he can't find a way around. But Scott Schroyer in that 57 running only in the slick is by far the best thing, racing-wise going on right now. That's really impressive.
Yeah, man. How long do you think it'll take the 99 car to get down to the bottom side?
I really don't know. I see a lot of them making contact with the wall up top. He may get tired of it here soon and drop to the bottom, but man, I don't know. Both lanes are so even right now. Nothing's worn away. We've still got almost 40, just under 40, I should say, to go. Billy Roberts poking to the bottom right now, getting into the 09 of Stillwell. Billy Roberts now on the bottom. He may have just made his choice as we're talking here.
99 car of Billy Roberts is on the bottom side. Goes back up top. Logan Herbert with your lead. He's got a solid lead of 1.60 seconds over Keaton Holder. Michael Vitale in P3 or 2. We're going to go 3 wide. 387 on the high side. Vitale in the middle. 57 of Scheuer down low.
Yeah, Michael Vitale now up to P2 at the line that last lap. Michael Vitale could possibly be putting something together here.
Logan Herbert's running away with it. Michael Vitale, Keaton Holder. Everybody behind Herbert is under a blanket. Oh, contact between the 88. That is, and caution comes out. Ryan Stillwell, that's where it began. Let's take a look. The 09 right below you, that's the black and greenish car, slides up into the 88 of Grant Wesley. Wesley able to correct it, gets it righted. The 9, however, cannot. 99 car, nowhere to go. 515 of Chris Cox, nowhere to go. He's involved. Here comes the 171 of Jake Henry, so he's involved. So that collected a good number of drivers there.
Yeah, I'm having to take a second look at it. Looks like the 88 of Grant Wesley comes down off the corner. Ryan Stillwell also going up, though. Really hard to tell here. It's looking like the 09 of Ryan Stillwell, the 171 of Jake Henry. Billy Roberts able to keep it moving. Hey, this is going to be a tough call. This is going to hurt some feelings for sure.
That's what you're here for. That's why you get the big dollars. That is race control that we're talking to. Again, Logan Herbert was pulling away from the field. Keaton Holder in that 387 is in P2. Michael Vitale in P3. Scheuer in P4, Grant Wesley in P5 as we extend the caution. Hold on, watch out. So we're currently working on lap 19 of 50. So we do have a long way to go. We're going to double it up here and get ready to go once again. Green flag is out. We are back underway. Can Logan Herbert pull away from the field once again? He's got the 387 car of Keaton Holder to his rear bumper. We're going to go 4 wide. That is Vitale in the 213. He gets in the mix there on the inside.
Yeah, Michael Vitale's really making that middle slick lane work right now. Never thought the slick would be fast around here, but Michael Vitale's proven me wrong on that one right now for sure. Clearing Keaton Holder for P2 there at the line. Michael Vitale possibly going to put on a charge here late in the race. See if he can't catch that 6'11 of Logan Herbert up front.
You know, I wasn't expecting the 213 to be down there. I was expecting that 99. Maybe these two have been practicing together.
Oh, absolutely. If I know those guys, they were on here more than once this week for sure, putting some laps in. You know, they usually have a night apiece where they'll test each series. I'm sure they've had their share of laps turned at this track over the last week.
Logan Herbert able to separate himself from Vitali just ever so slightly. Keaton Holder up to P3. Go ahead.
Halfway mark at the line, Joe. I really think Michael Vitali's got the best car right now. I think Logan Herbert, the only reason he's in front of Michael Vitali is just because he's running that same line, and I don't think Michael Vitali can put the power down just as much as he wants. But I really think that 213 running for Outlaw Racing has got the strongest car.
Logan Herbert in the 611. Michael Vitali not giving up. He's still hunting down that 611. That 213 of Michael Vitali is in P number 2. Keaton Holder now. The rest of the field is starting to fall back a little bit. Scott Scheuer is back there, as is Grant Wesley, Chris Cox, and it's away back to Stillwell.
Yeah, Ryan Stillwell's already picked up 3 spots since going green. Ryan Stillwell possibly, if we get a few more cautions, maybe able to get the field caught back up to him and see if he can't put on a late race charge here and get up some more spots and get some points. Oh, contact for P3. Everybody's going to stay clean.
That is Scheuer making contact. Logan Herbert at the front of the field in the 611. Michael Vitali in the 213. He's fallen off the pace a little bit here in the 213. Scott Scheuer, he has held steady. Looks like so far Michael Vitali is your biggest mover for this feature. We are on lap 34 of 50. Chris Cox back in P4. That's the driver out of Des Moines, Iowa. Grant Wesley, again, Evansville, Indiana driver. He is in P number 5. That is your top 5. Keaton Holder in the 387 has fallen off from his start. Ryan Stillwell in the 09 is currently running in P7. Billy Roberts, owner-operator of Gears Unlimited, he's running in P8. Jake Henry in the 171 is still out on track. And Eddie Neal in the 318. That is your field of 10 drivers on lap 37 of 50. As Logan Herbert, now the top 2 starting to separate from the field a little bit. Let's do our version of Turn It Up here. As the caution comes back out, looks like Grant Wesley in the 88 car was involved. Let's take a look. As soon as we find Grant Wesley. That is the 88 up on the high side. That's the black and orange car. The 387 is going to slide in and contact that left rear. And around the 88 will go. So not the night that Grant Wesley was looking for sure.
Oh, absolutely not. We saw him charging up late. I thought he was going to be able to, keep his momentum going that he's had in this league. And I think it's just the street stocks. These things are, if they get sideways, you can correct the modified, you can correct the late model. These things are a lot like the next gen NASCAR Cup Series car, man. When it's sideways, there's no saving it. Coming back to green here off of 4, Logan Herbert pulls away.
Green flag is out. Michael Vitale with a great start in the 213. Those two continue to battle it out. Chris Cox now in the 515. He moves up to the outside. The 57 car, that is Scott Scheuer. He's going to make contact. These are unlike the other cars. Well, you can kind of beat and bang in the pro late models, but you won't get away with that in the 358s or big block mods. These cars, big body cars. Again, this is the Outlaw Racing League.
You could throw a blanket over positions 3 through 10 right now. Everybody 3 wide, multiple lanes of 3 wide racing. Michael Vitale got loose there off the corner. I'll have to go back and see what happened to Michael.
Vitale getting loose. He is at 57 car of Scott Scheuer. He's going to try to get by the 213. Vitale has been able to run through the field, him and Logan Herbert. We're on lap 42 of 50. Vitale battling it out with the 57 car of Scheuer.
Yeah, it looks like he just got a little loose exit in turn 2 there, Joe. And again, man, once these things are sideways, it's kind of just hold the wheel at a full lock and hope it'll straighten up. No wall contact, but he does fall back to P3 there to Scott Scheuer.
Yes, he does. 57 car of Scheuer. He moves up into P2. So Vitale holding down a podium finish. Not if Ryan Stillwell has anything to say about it. He's going to try to get underneath that 213.
Yeah, what an impressive run by that 09 EOL a little bit ago, and he's already fighting, one spot out of a podium. We'll see if we're not talking to him at the end of this race.
Yeah, man, contact made. That is between the 09 and the 213. Letting him know he's there, keeping him honest. Billy Roberts, he sends it in that 99, slides up into that outside wall. Looks like damage on that 99 machine. Chris Cox still in the battle. He's back there doing battle. Stillwell trying to get that final podium position away from Michael Vitale. We're on lap 47 of 50. Logan Herbert, he's pulling away from the field. He likes what he sees in his rearview mirror, and that's what he sees are all those cats behind him.
Absolutely. As the field fights behind him, it's just easier and easier for Logan to just tick away some laps, bring it home clean, no pressure. He doesn't even have to break a sweat in his sim rig here tonight for the street stocks.
Logan Herbert, lap 49 of 50, got 2 to go. We'll take the white flag in that 611 machine. Scheuer's in P2, Vitale and Ryan Stillwell. That final position, they make contact once again. Vitale trying to hold off. Logan Herbert will win. Scheuer will be P2, and Vitale will round out your top 3. We will get a word with your top 3 here momentarily. Clayton, heck of a race. We'll get a word with the top 3 here as soon as they get up into the booth. Looking for Michael Vitale in the 213 first. There he is. See if I can pull him up. Michael, this is Joe. You got me?
I got you, Joe.
Man, good run by that 213. I got to tell you, man, the Ryan Stillwell was about beating the daylights out of that Got Your Six Racing Network license plate you got there, man. How was your night?
Oh, the night was good. I tell you, yeah. I seen Ryan come. I actually felt him a few times. It was going good until I caught that inner wall coming at it too. I kind of hit the brake a little too hard, tapped that wall. Car was a little bent out of shape from there, but I did what I could do to hold on from there.
Yeah, man. You still enjoying the street stocks?
Yes, I am actually. It's a lot of fun.
You guys are having a blast, my friend. Great run by the 213. Who do you want to thank for your podium finish?
Well, I want to thank my wife. I also want to thank Billy Roberts over at Gears Unlimited, all the guys back at Outlaw Racing, Murano Racing, Vitali Motorsports, you for doing what you do for us, Clayton for up there in the booth as well. And that's about it.
All right, man. Have a great night.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Clayton, you got Scott?
Yes, sir. Scott, this is Clayton Hack up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, go ahead, Clayton.
Hey, buddy. So you were my pick tonight for the feature win. One spot too short, man. What would it have taken to get that final win, or that final position? I'm sorry.
We changed setup there at the last, last setup there we changed. We should have stuck with the original. We had just too much gear in it, and just it was great on the starts, but other than that, I had nothing for him. He was pulling away.
Absolutely. We saw the track slick off fairly quick in the feature. Man, did you feel the top or the bottom was a little bit quicker for that 57 tonight?
Well, with the setup I had in, I felt the top was because it just over rotated too much on the bottom, so I just kind of had to slide it in there and hit the cushion and come off with it.
Absolutely, man. Who do you got to thank tonight for your position for your P2 finish?
Animal Racing, Ryan and Grant over here, they helped me out a bunch, and you guys, of course, you guys do a great job, and I appreciate y'all getting me in the league and stuff. This is an awesome bunch of guys over here. I want to apologize to Chris there, Chris Cox. I think, I kind of, that last restart, I kind of got into him, and I don't drive like that, and I just want to say I'm sorry. But other than that, appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. We know these things are tough to tame. You did a good job bringing it home, P2. Congratulations once again.
Thank you, sir.
Logan Herbert, the driver of the 611 machine. He drives the 611 into victory lane. Logan, this is Joe. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Man, great run in the 611. I don't know if it was set up. Nobody in the whole field had anything for you for the entire night, man. Was it set up, or did you find a line out there that nobody else found?
I say it's, a little bit of both. We just ran the top at the start and found it right through the slick where the marbles were and just found the grip where no one else found. And I guess I just checked out and no one caught me.
Yeah, man. No one had anything for that 611, man. You put on a great show. So the track, it slicked up really quick in the street stocks. And Clayton and I were talking. That has to be the weight of the cars because it does not typically slick off that bad. Do you prefer the track to be slick or tacky?
Me personally, I prefer it to be slick because I think it allows for better racing. I mean, I'd say at the end you could get the top rolling or right through the slick or even at the bottom. And at the when it's tacky, it's kind of just one lane racetrack all the time.
Yeah, man. So we were also talking, or I was. 611 had some. You've had some bad luck here on a few nights. Tonight, man, street stocks belong to you, my friend. You drove the 611 into victory lane. Who would you like to thank for your victory?
Of course, Keaton Holder. We both tested some setups through this event and found the best. And also Premier Racing setups. Had us dialed in tonight.
All right, man. Good run by you. We're going to see you continue on the night.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Great run.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Clayton, last thoughts.
Well, my guy came one.
I knew I was going to hear that.
Too short. One spot too short, but other than that, I really didn't expect the track to slick off as quick as it did there for the feature. We saw the top work. We saw Michael Vitali somehow make the slick work about 3/4 of the race, all the way from 6th to 2nd, falling back to P3 right there at the end. I really don't know what to expect here going on into the rest of the night. The big blocks, they make more than twice the amount of power, I believe. So that just means that track's going to slick off even quicker and make for a very multiple lane racetrack. And it's going to be an exciting rest of the night for the two of us up here in the booth.
Yeah, man. Can't wait. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we will move over to the big block modifieds. While we do that, we will take a quick break and we will be right back.
My name's Nick Powers, and I'm the president and lead instructor of Warfighter Scuba. I'm a veteran of the United States Marine Corps from the years 2003 to 2007, with one combat deployment to Haditha, Iraq in 2006. Throughout my time overseas, I experienced a lot of situations that you wouldn't necessarily find yourself in the United States. IEDs, getting shot at, rocket attacks, mortar attacks, you name it, it happened. When I got out of the Marine Corps in 2007, I tried to adjust back to civilian life, and the whole time you're in, you just can't wait to get out. And when you get out, you start to realize, did you make the right decision? 9 times out of 10, most of the guys that get out, they immediately plummet into a depression cycle because you don't have that structure anymore that the military provides you. And this hit me super hard. We moved to one of the #1 top dive destinations in the entire world, and I figured I'd start getting back into scuba diving. And after our first couple dives, I realized how peaceful it was underwater and how none of my problems followed me. You're just there in the present moment. I had the idea for Warfighter Scuba, and I kind of hinted at it, and they said, "You go for it." And that's basically how Warfighter Scuba was born. So Warfighter Scuba is a nonprofit. We're a 501c3 nonprofit with the IRS. We bring combat wounded veterans down to the Caribbean to teach them scuba diving to treat their wounds. Whether their wounds are physical or mental, such as PTSD, scuba diving is a extremely therapeutic activity for mental stressors and for physical ailments. Mentally, as soon as you go underwater, your body just reacts. It's not normal. You're not meant to breathe underwater. Automatically puts you into the present moment. You have nothing but peace and calm. This ability to separate yourself from reality really allows veterans to find out what their trigger mechanism might be for their particular mental stressors. So every veteran who comes through our programs gets a 100% funded trip. Each veteran also receives a round-trip ticket from their home of record. That ticket will bring them straight into Roatan, and their entire week stay, their hotel, their meals, their snacks, everything's paid for. And so that veteran can get an entire week away from reality and completely separate from any kind of problems they might be facing at home. So each veteran receives very private and intimate training sessions when they come down to Roatan. We first start in the pool. We do some confined water skills. We'll then switch out to the open water dives. From that point on, it's not even training anymore. It's just fun. It's learning on a level that I don't think most people have experienced before. We do all the certifications for them that we can in a week at their pace, from open water to full face mask to nitrox. Every trip that we have, whether it's one veteran or 4 veterans at a time, we just have a blast. There's no bad karma. We've seen sharks, we've seen turtles. We've seen 4 eagle rays at once. Just the things that happen when we're in the water together are truly, they're just unbelievable. The dedication that these vets have now to scuba diving and to wanting to come back and to help other veterans experience what they've experienced, it hits me in the heart more than most things have ever hit me in my heart. It's truly an honor to take these heroes into the water. It's really cool to see the transformation that happens to them, from being, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. I've gone snorkeling a few times, or I'm not that good of a swimmer. And the funny thing about scuba is none of that matters. You're completely weightless in the water. You could come down and have 0 experience in the water and be one of the better scuba divers out there. So as with all nonprofits, we rely solely on generous donors such as yourselves. None of these programs could exist without people who are willing to give some of their hard-earned money up to save veterans who might be struggling with everyday life and have that unfortunate thought of suicide. 100% of every dollar.
History repeats itself. History is always happening over and over again. So one of the ways to stop a theme, one of the ways to stop something from reoccurring is to first of all admit it. It didn't take long for us to quickly realize that there was power behind Mission 22, power behind its brand, power behind its message, and power behind its people that represented it.
All right, my friends, day 19 of 22, the 22-day push-up challenge. Day 19 means 418 men and women have possibly committed suicide in the last 19 days. I went and looked up my ship, the USS Rushmore. More people who have killed themselves by now than ever served on our ship at one time in just 19 days.
19, 20, 21. One more. Y'all ready for the last one?
You know, Mission 22 has become a decentralized nationwide effort to show love, to raise money, to be available for other warriors, to be able to be a point of contact, to let the warriors know, but also for warriors to let other warriors know that there is a community. You're not alone. This isn't happening in silence. You're not forgotten. You know, we brought 4 veterans from all different parts of the United States and brought them together to hike through the state of Oregon.
May God bless you on your journey. Thank you for serving our country and for being willing to go on this walk. I'm praying you feel peace and strength with each mile.
You know, on this hike, some folks found God, some folks remained sober, some folks lost a significant amount of weight to be able to participate. And not so much just a healing walk for us as warriors, but for us to contribute to other people's healing. You know, this hike, we raised $12,000 for endobiogeny. Some of the folks on this hike, you know, they're going to be volunteers for this treatment. And I couldn't be more pleased and more proud because it was difficult. We had a lot of struggles. Not everything on this hike went pretty, you know, but we put some skin in the game. At the end of the day, we were able to raise money and we'll be able to use that money so guys can get the treatment that they need. The War at Home Monument is an example of our social impact, of our awareness, of our permanent fixture to do the work that we can't always do, to always remind us of what we've lost and what we will lose if we don't reconcile it. What we've done is taken 20 different veterans with their families' permission and used them as a silhouette to cut out of a 3,000-pound plate of steel. These warriors are placed in a V, and this is to show the size of the problem. This is to show the empty space they leave behind. And it's also to be a constant reminder of what happens when we don't listen to the stories of the warriors that fought in our name. Because it's not okay. It's not okay that everyone didn't know about veteran suicide. It's not okay that these things were a secret or left unsaid, or that it was shameful. It's not okay that it's shameful to suffer alone and suffer in silence, because if you ask for help, that you're no longer a warrior, that you're weak.
Yeah. So I come back and I thought everybody else changed. So I pushed my family away. And it took a long time to really realize it because I didn't want to look internally. You know, I got my Class A CDL and hit the road. I was on the road for about 8 years trucking. And this makes me think about how insignificant all of the major things going on are. I mean, what, 1 million years ago, that blew up. And, you know, over time became this.
Whether it's hiking mountains or building monuments, it takes a community to heal a warrior. Warriors didn't get damaged and didn't become separated from the sunlight of the spirit on their own. It happened in the name of this nation. We can change the way we think about war, how we think about warriors, how we think about ourselves, and what we think we're going to do in the American community. We can do it now. We can do it here. And there's going to be another generation of warriors coming. We can set the tone to create a culture that grabs them up and loves them and smothers them in resources, in opportunity, right now.
Soldiers, sailors, airmen and women enlist in the armed forces for many reasons, including a sense of duty, patriotism, the adventure, travel, and adrenaline. Many continue their military service because they discover a brother and sisterhood, an identity, a team. When service members are injured or wounded and can no longer perform their military duties, they quickly find themselves removed from their team, no longer serving the purpose for which they trained.
I came back from Afghanistan in 2013, and it was kind of a trial and error of finding out, after the military, what's next in life.
Being forced to leave a military career filled with purpose and pride can be challenging. Some challenges may leave lasting scars. An illness, wound, or injury can make anyone question their worth and sense of belonging after military service.
35 years in the Army, and I needed something to transition into. And so from that transition came an idea, and the idea was this.
Even though a military career may be coming to an end, or already ended, recovery can occur in the most unexpected places with unforeseen opportunities. Recovery, whether physical or mental, has no defined beginning or ending. It may last a lifetime.
For me, one of the biggest surprises that I found out going through it was that it's not like the flu where, you get sick and then you get better. You're never cured. And that's so frustrating. It's so hard to tell someone that. And it's so easy to slip back. And every single time you have to find a new way to fight it, it's a different monster every time you battle it.
This can feel daunting to a warrior who is suddenly forced to leave everything they know, trust, and love, finding themselves at the beginning of an unknown and possibly frightening new journey. Welcome to the world of motorsports.
We're in the right place at the right time in our lives to be able to take these guys that are wounded and put them in front of people that can actually show them that there is a camaraderie, there's a brotherhood within the motorsports industry, that there is potential for career opportunities for them if they have the skill set.
Motorsports offers an opportunity to regain that sense of identity within a safe, fast-paced team environment, providing a renewed sense of purpose. It has many facets, all created by teams working together for success on the track. Like in the military, in motorsports the goal is in accomplishing the mission, winning as a team, collectively celebrating the successes and supporting teammates through the losses. Through motorsport opportunities, Operation Motorsport assists medically transitioning service members and veterans with discovering new ways of achieving a renewed sense of hope, purpose and pride.
Besides the basic brake changing, oil changing, tire rotation, I've actually learned how to assemble and disassemble some engine parts, change some axles, do some alignments and stuff. So give it a try. You never know. This was nothing that I expected. I did not expect to be fully suited, jumping over a wall while cars are going 100 and something miles an hour.
From motors to media, tires to tickets, and hot laps to hospitality. Operation Motorsport provides beneficiaries the chance to become immersed within professional motorsports and provides them with the opportunity to find out firsthand what captivates their imagination and interest. These opportunities provide an avenue of discovery within the motorsports immersion or diversionary therapy programs, all within the Excite, Engage, and Empower recovery programs. Operation Motorsport also offers virtual engagements and recovery opportunities through an iRacing league, engaging beneficiaries in a safe, competitive environment from the comfort and safety of their home. Meeting other like-minded people, service members and veterans on the virtual racetrack, opening the doors to Motorsport Academy programs that prepare beneficiaries for their first encounters at the racetrack, and possibly leading to a day when they can get behind the wheel.
A team environment's a perfect place for people like us to kind of get back into some kind of normalcy when you go through a lot when you get medically discharged. And it kind of sucks and you put through the ringer, but I feel like what Operation Motorsport's doing is just something that's just really valuable.
Operation Motorsport prides itself in keeping beneficiaries engaged after the race weekend, throughout their recovery and beyond, through our recovery programs, or as a member of the 22 pit crew. No matter the background or story, Operation Motorsport is always there to listen, provide a safe and comfortable space, and a trusted circle of confidence that is open and honest about what difficulties may lie ahead for those transitioning out of a military career. Operation Motorsport believes in the power of team, identity, and purpose.
Welcome back. Got Your Six Racing Network. We are back with the big block modifieds right here at Federated Speedway. This is week 5 of the Outlaw Racing League. As always here at Got Your Six Racing Network, we are racing for awareness of veterans issues. 22 veterans a day take their own life, which is 22 too many. So throughout the night, you'll see us play promos from organizations out there doing great things for veterans. If you can support those organizations by donation, that would be awesome. If you can't, maybe you know a veteran out there, you haven't heard from them in a while. Go by and check on them. Make sure they're doing all right. Show them a little bit of love. You never know, that conversation could save a life. That'd be greatly appreciated. Out on track, Eddie Neal in the 318. We're riding on board. He is quickest in practice so far. We do have about a few more 30 seconds until we get into Tight Lines Apparel qualifying. Eddie Neal, now Scott Scheuer. We saw Scott have a great run in the street stock division, the 57 car out on track. Clayton, welcome back to the booth. I'm looking forward to the big block modifieds.
Absolutely. I was just doing some test driving just as a ghost car following Scott Schroyer around the track, and man, is that 57 fast.
Billy Roberts at the top of the board with a 12.641. Put Gears Unlimited owner-operator at the top of the board as we get ready for Tight Line Apparel qualifying. Have a passion for the great outdoors and fishing? Tight Lines Apparel has all your fishing apparel needs for the whole family, from women's to men's and youth sizes. Family owned and operated, Tight Lines Apparel has a passion for the outdoors, and everything is custom made to order, from tees to hoodies. Tight Lines Apparel is your one-stop shop for all your fishing apparel needs. Act now and use code SIMRACERSHIP for free shipping on your order. That's SIMRACERSHIP for free shipping. Be sure to give them a like and follow on Facebook and Instagram and get the whole family set up with Tight Lines Apparel. Keep it tight with Tight Lines Apparel. Clayton, who are you looking at?
Man, the Gears Unlimited guys, top 2 fastest in practice. So I think Billy Roberts possibly at the top of the board right now by, looks like 0.06 of a second. A really close battle for the pole. Billy Roberts showing some speed right here in the 99 tonight.
We're following along with the 57 car currently. That is Scott Scheuer as he gets his 7th quick. Ryan Stillwell in the 09 out on track. He's currently 2nd quick. Can he close in on Billy Roberts? Grant Wesley, the driver out of Evansville, Indiana, in that 88 is out on track. Had a rough go in the street stocks, Clayton. Hoping to make a rebound in the big block modifieds. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Grant just had a little bit of a slump. Talked to him during our break. He said he's ready for the modifieds. Looking forward to it. You know, right now the whole field, only 0.2 of a second separating the whole field. Logan Herbert still playing the ghost. He's yet to pull out on track and qualify as he comes out right now. We'll see if Logan Herbert can't shock the whole field yet again.
This was your street stock winner. Logan Herbert in that 611 out on track takes the green flag for his first time lap.
Yeah, also, for anybody that's been following all season, Logan Herbert has won every modified race we've had for the league so far. Logan Herbert, 5th quickest on his first lap. He may stop and have another try here for lap 2.
Yeah, he's going to shut it down and give her another go. 12.705. Probably changing something on that setup. Going to give it another try. Billy Roberts in the 99 at the top of the board with a 12.606 for Billy Roberts. Ryan Stillwell, P2. Scott Scheuer, Chris Cox in 3 and 4. Logan Herbert is currently in the top 5. We'll see if he comes back out on track. I don't know why he wouldn't, Clayton.
Yeah, I think, when he crossed the line and made lap 1 official, he also technically took the green flag for lap 2, and with him coming to a stop, I think that means qualifying's over for these guys. Want to pull Billy Roberts up into the booth real quick and see what it took to get it done for P1 here. Billy, it's Clayton in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. Man, I'm not really surprised seeing all the modified success you have throughout the weeks here. Man, where did you find speed here at Peevely tonight?
Well, I jumped into a quick test session before we got in here and found a little bit of speed there. And I didn't think it was going to hold up. I figured Logan would go out there and smoke me.
Yeah, Logan seems to wait for everybody and then come out and shock the whole field. Wasn't able to get it done. Looks like you're tonight's Tight Lines Pole Award winner for the Big Block Modified. Starting, front row, heat 1. You going to take the top or are you sticking with the bottom here?
I'm going to take the top, I think.
Calling his shot early. Well, good luck tonight in that 99, Billy. Keep the speed rolling, man.
All right, thank you.
Sir.
That was Billy Roberts in the 99, owner and operator of Gears Unlimited. Tonight's Big Block Modifieds brought to you by A&J Landscaping. I'd like to thank A&J Landscaping for coming on board and sponsoring. If you're out there and you're interested in sponsoring the Outlaw Racing League, contact. How do they get a hold of you, Clayton?
Man, I'm on Facebook. I should put my number possibly in the Facebook page for people to reach out. I haven't done that yet, but I'm easily findable. It's me and my wife holding a little one. So you can find me on Facebook. I'm also on Instagram. And I'll have to make my number public for people if they're interested in reaching out at all.
And if you are interested and none of those work, you can contact us at Got Your Six Racing Network. You are watching on either YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. You can send us a message in any of those mediums, and we will get you in contact with Clayton Hack and the Outlaw Racing League. So if you're interested, you want to be a part of the action, reach out and let us know, and we will make that happen as Heat 1 is preparing to go on the grid. Billy Roberts on the inside of row number 1 with Scott Scheuer to his outside. Logan Herbert, Michael Vitale in row number 2. Eddie Neal round out your field of 5 drivers.
Billy just made an announcement. He's changing it up on what he told us. He's sticking to the bottom.
So a little bit of mind games by the 99. Those drivers out there listening to the interview, they might have changed their strategies, and the 99 sticks with the bottom side. So this will be interesting.
Absolutely. And the sportsmanship that I just heard from the 57 there at Scott, what a great guy. Just offered Billy, he told him, are you sure? I'll give you the top. I don't mind. So Scott really looking, he's just here to have a good time, here to run. He's not being super competitive here. Good to see.
Billy Roberts will take us to the green flag. In days gone by, the 99 car, a lot of racing in Missouri, as that's where we're at tonight, as the 99 is on the loud pedal. Jumps out to a quick lead. 6:11 of Logan Herbert didn't wait long. He moves up to P2. Now Scheuer and Michael Vitale, that is the 213 and the 57. They're going to battle it out as the 318 of Eddie Neal. He's trying to get underneath his teammate. Getting a good bite on that bottom side.
Absolutely. Michael Vitale and Scott made contact there. Lap 1 coming out of turn 2. Caused Scott to get a little upset. Now you wonder, does that car have something wrong with it? He's now running last in this heat race all the way from second in just 3 laps.
Let's go on board with the 6:11. That is Logan Herbert as he tries to track down that 99. You can see his hands busy in the cockpit. You can hear the engine noises inside that car. Once I turn it up, my apologies. As he closes in on the rear bumper of the 99 on lap 5 of 10.
Yeah, Logan's so smooth with the throttle, listening to him on board. Billy Roberts up the track into the loose stuff.
Here
Logan
we go.
poking down on the bottom.
611 takes a peek, can't quite get it done. Roberts staying up in the marbles there. He's going above the cushion. Maybe he's trying to push the track out wider, but he's about to lose the lead. Herbert in the 611, slide job coming. Crossover from the 99. No momentum. Put Logan Herbert to the front of the field, as you heard from Clayton. He's won every modified race so far this season. Michael Vitale in P3, Eddie Neal in the 318 in P4, and Scott Scheuer in P5.
Yeah, Logan just seems to pick up where he left off week after week in these cars. Billy Roberts still able to keep up with him. Might be able to see some hard racing between those two come feature time. We'll see if Billy can't give him another peak here, 3 and 4. Oh, Logan
Billy
in the
Roberts
wall
going to dive down low. Can't get it done. Herbert, Roberts, Vitale, Neal, and Scheuer are your top 5.
Man, Logan Herbert cooked the wall there. Going into turn 3 on the last lap. I really thought the 99 was going to be able to poke underneath it, but smart move. Holding back.
Ryan Stillwell, Chris Cox on the front row of heat number 2. Keaton Holder, Grant Wesley in row number 2. Jake Henry rounds out your field of 5 drivers. I'm going with the 88 here, I think. I looked over the field. Not only is he a great driver, the driver out of Animal Racing, he also has Got Your 6 Racing Network on the side of that car. I'm going with the 88.
Yeah, not a bad pick. Grant Wesley's fast anywhere. I think Chris Cox maybe has something for Ryan here on the top side. We saw the top side get fast there in the end. We'll see.
The 09 of Stillwell out to a lead. Chris Cox falls in line. The 7 car, or the 387, saw the 7. If Keaton Holder, he's in P3. Grant Wesley, he's in P4. Jake Henry in the 171 at the rear of the field. Now Keaton Holder taking a peek underneath Chris Cox. Ryan Stillwell has found a quick line around this track. He's at the bottom of 3 and 4, and he will keep it down there. I ran this track quite a bit this week, Clayton. That middle to bottom, it can be wicked fast in the big blocks.
Yeah, you get the track worked in the right way, man. The bottom is definitely quick. I found that in practice running just a quick ghost car, like I said, following Scott Scheuer. And he made me feel as if I've never driven one of these ever. But the bottom definitely seemed a little bit faster for myself once I was all alone here tonight.
Working lap 6 of 10. Ryan Stillwell has led every lap. Chris Cox, the 387 all over his rear bumper. If Cox makes a mistake, the 387 is there as the 88. 387 in the outside wall. Will that open the door for Wesley? Now they make contact. Keaton Holder into the outside wall. Let's take a look.
Oh,
there we go. Let's take a look at that contact.
Looked like some net code there off of 4. I know Grant was close, but they didn't make contact until the net code bump. Shooting Keaton out into the outside wall.
Yeah, absolutely. As you can see, Clayton just explained it. There was no actual contact. They did get close, but they did not. In the back of that 387 car just kicks out. Ryan Stillwell still at the front of the field in that 09 machine. Chris Cox in P2. Grant Wesley in the 88. He is in P3. We are going to run an extended caution here as we wait for Keaton Holder, the 387 car in the pits currently.
Yeah, if we can throughout the night, we like to have all the drivers at least, have a shot. So
Ryan Stillwell in the 9. His teammate Grant Wesley in the 88 is currently in P3.
Yeah,
all right, we're
something
lined
broke.
back up. Everybody is back out on track.
Something broke in the rear end of Keaton Holder after that incident. He tried to drive straight and get back up to the field, and the car just rolled over on itself. So good to see him back out. Glad we could get everybody on track for a fair shot at this tonight.
Pace truck is exiting. That will leave the field to Ryan Stillwell. He is on the loud pedal. Chris Cox in tow to his rear bumper. Grant Wesley Cox now, he's taking a peek. He's trying to run just a touch lower as the 88 slides in, kind of running a modified, kind of a shallow slider line. Just letting that car drift up through the slick into that tacky part of the track. The top 3 under a blanket. Ryan Stillwell wins. Chris Cox P2, Wesley P3, Holder and Jake Henry round out your field of 5 drivers. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a 2-minute break. We will be right back.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name is Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. The issue has been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turned into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. Just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to go feature racing in the big block modifieds. Got 50 laps to get it done. 10 drivers in the field. Waiting for the grid to... Let's take a look. Chris Cox, Billy Roberts on the front row. Ryan Stillwell, Logan Herbert in row number 2. Michael Vitale, Grant Wesley in row number 3. Eddie Neal on the inside of row number 4 with Keaton Holder to his outside. Scott Schroyer is on the inside of row number 5 with Jake Henry to his outside. Chris Cox will be your leader. He gets choice of lane. Looks like that 515 wants the outside lane. The driver out of Des Moines, Iowa will start on the outside of the 99 of Billy Roberts. Driver out of Independence, Missouri.
Keaton Holder starting second to last row from the back. That'll be a good show. We'll see if Logan Herbert can't keep the momentum up. So far, he's dominated these. We'll see coming to the green flag.
Great start by the 515. Logan Herbert in the 611. He's going to run that high side, get a great run He's able to get by the 99 of Billy Roberts. Looks like the 09 is down low. That's Ryan Stillwell. Everybody else preferring the outside line so far. Up front, Chris Cox, he's able to separate a little bit. Let's take a look at the line. 12.705 from Cox. He was the fastest car last time by. Let's take a look at these cars from a trackside.
And I believe Keaton Holder may have jumped the start. He might have a black flag there. Not sure. We'll have to see post-race if that does uphold. Looked like he passed 2 people before getting to the stripe. If so, that is a penalty.
Keaton Holder, the car of the 387. That is Clayton's race control duties kicking in. Chris Cox still at the front of the field as the top 2 start to separate themselves from the field a little bit. The 99 car is able to hold on to P3. You got teammates Grant Wesley and Ryan Stillwell. That's the 09 and the 88. Animal Racing crew running 3 or 4 and 5. Yeah, it's going to be tight. No room there. 88 car of Wesley, he's able to hold on to it, put Billy Roberts up to P3 as we got a battle for the lead. That's the 611 and the 515. Logan Herbert down low. He's won every modified race of the season. The 515 of Chris Cox going to try a crossover here. They are side by side at the line. Now Chris Cox will go down low. 611 with the preferred line. He's on the high side. I think the 611 Herbert might have caught Chris Cox sleeping a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Not Keaton, I apologize. Chris Cox putting the pressure on him. Not sure if he'll be able to find something. That 611 is so fast in these modifieds. But Chris Cox showing he's got what it takes, at least keeping up with him right now. We'll see if he can get around.
We are on board with Chris Cox Gaming entry, the 515 of Chris Cox. Driver out of Des Moines, Iowa, as they starting to push that cushion up towards the wall even higher. This track has not slicked off again like the street stocks yet, Clayton.
No, not yet. I see it is starting to wear away in the middle, and all these guys are up top. I think the top will go away here soon. We look back at the 387 of Keaton Holder, pending a black flag right now. He is in an outlaw racing sandwich between Michael Vitale and Billy Roberts. Billy Roberts holding off that final podium spot right now.
Michael Vitale is actually the artist behind the red, white, and blue outlaw gang. The 213 car currently running P5. Grant Wesley falls all the way back to P6. Ryan Stillwell in the 09. That's his teammate. They're running back now in 6 and 7. Scott Scheuer in the 57. Eddie Neal, Jake Henry in the 171.
Ryan Stillwell just had some pretty tremendous contact there off of 2 last lap. Fell off the back of Grant Wesley. Grant Wesley in that 88 closing in on the battle for the final podium spot.
Logan Herbert pulling away from Chris Cox now. The battle, as Clayton alluded to, is right here for that final podium. That call of passing on a restart, that could be critical to these two drivers right here.
Yeah, I'm not showing anything, but I know the sim, and it's it's in our rule book. Don't pass before the start. And Keaton definitely had a couple cars cleared before the start, so I'm not sure what the call will be according to the sim.
99, Billy Roberts, the 387 of Keaton Holder. Now Michael Vitale, late race charge, as we've seen the 88 make a few late race charges. We talked to him a few weeks ago where he had a long run set up in. If that's the case, he's liking what he's got going on right now as we are on lap 25 of 50. Cross flags this time by Logan Herbert with over a second gap, now almost 2 seconds between himself and Chris Cox. The battle is for that third and final podium position. Billy Roberts battling it out with the 387 of Keaton Holder. Michael Vitale now falling off the pace of those two just a little bit as both those drivers running up. Billy Roberts into the outside wall. Will that affect? Yikes, that was close. Billy Roberts able to hold on to P3.
Yeah, these guys are putting on one heck of a show. Also catching the 515 of Chris Cox. Seems like they either found some speed or Chris Cox has lost a little bit of it, but they are running down P2.
This is the battle. Everybody else is kind of strung out. That is your leader, the 611 of Logan Herbert. Chris Cox in P2. Billy Roberts in the 99 in P3. 387 of Keaton Holder in P4. Michael Vitale in the 213 rounds out your top 5. Grant Wesley currently running in P6. Scott Scheuer in P7. I'm not sure what happened to the 09. I'm wondering, Clayton, if he doesn't have some damage as he's fallen back.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any incidents for Ryan Stillwell, but sometimes, man, something happens that we don't catch and the simulator won't really register as a hard incident, but he could still possibly have been tied up in something. Just not showing anything on my end.
Here we go. 387 making his move for that final podium position. Billy Roberts up high. Keaton Holder down low. He's rolling the bottom. Good run off the top side by Billy Roberts. They are side by side. It is Roberts by a nose at the line that time by. This is the most exciting battle on the track.
Yeah, what a class act by both these drivers right now. Not hitting each other, not pinching each other off, just seeing who's going to be able to hold better momentum. I think Chris Cox may be an obstacle here for Billy Roberts in the 99 if he can't get away around him quick.
I was just going to say the same thing. Now the 515 acts as almost a lap car as these two are getting after it. Now Chris Cox is on the high line, the line that the 99 is trying to run.
Yeah, Keaton Holder looks like he's going to clear Billy Roberts here, but Billy's still putting up a fight up top. Keaton Holder clears for P3 at the line that lap.
He's going after the 515. Looks like he might have it off of that turn. Chris Cox. Now Billy Roberts switches lanes. 99 down low. He's going to try the same line. He washes up a little higher than Keaton Holder did in that 99.
Yeah, Billy's one of the best when it comes to getting down to the bottom. His teammate Michael Vitale possibly going to start switching his lineup soon if he sees Billy make a change. Billy going to clear Chris Cox off of 2 for P3. Billy back into the third spot.
He got a good bite off of that corner. That car grabbed something with a lot of grip, and away he went, man. You could see it on the sim. Logan Herbert, he has a second gap between himself and Keaton Holder in the 387. Logan Herbert coming up on lap traffic. What will he do with the 318? 318 stays up high. 611, he will dive down low and make the pass. So that will put Eddie Neal one lap down. Billy Roberts now. Chris Cox has fallen back a little bit. We're nose to tail. Vitale in P5, Scott Scheuer in P6, Grant Wesley in P7. Definitely not the night that the animal racing guys were looking for. It's like Michael Vitale involved in an incident. Let's take a look. That is the 213, the red, white, and blue car right below you. As he sends it into the corner, he was running P4, send it in a little bit deep. Open wheeled front end, you don't get away with that often as that tire climbs the wall and over the 213 goes. .213 will head to the back of the field. So, Logan Herbert at the front of the field. 318 with a, might have got a wave around. I'm not sure. He will get a wave around. He's back on the lead lap. Lap 45 of 50. This one going by in a big hurry. So, lap 46 of 50. Does anybody have anything for the 611?
Man, I really don't know his teammate Keaton Holder. I know he's fast, but I still have the black flag thought on my mind. Not quite sure if Billy Roberts is technically P2 right now. These black flag penalties for jumping starts and stuff like that, they only show up after the race, so we'll see what happens here with the 387.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. These cars have run an absolute spectacular night. Clean driving. Is that our first or second caution?
Sorry about that, Joe. Trying to make a quick adjustment for these guys.
611 at the front of the field. Keaton Holder in P2. Billy Roberts P3. Chris Cox in the 515. He is P4. Kind of interesting on the 387 car. If he did pass before the start-finish line, what will that penalty be? So I don't know if the other drivers in the field have that in mind or not.
Yeah, I don't know who's been made aware of that. We'll see what happens here. 5 to go. Coming to 5 to go.
Pace truck is off. As are the 611, 387, the 99 of Billy Roberts. Those are currently your podium runner. Chris Cox, he's going to look underneath Billy Roberts. Chris Cox into 515, moves down low. Looks like Billy Roberts moved to that middle lane to kind of defend against the slider, but Chris Cox, he has found some grip down low, put the 515 into the final podium position on lap 48 of 50. Up front, teammates going at it. That is Logan Herbert and Keaton Holder at the front of the field. Holder sends it in deep, trying to get a good run off that top side as the caution comes out. Eddie Neal involved. Eddie Neal on the high side. You see the 57 up into the fence there. Comes down and collects Eddie Neal into the side of that 318 machine. 57 to the rear of the field. So we'll get one more chance at it here as Logan Herbert leading his teammate Keaton Holder. Chris Cox currently in P3. Billy Roberts, Grant Wesley are your top 5. So here we go, lap 48 of 50. 611, 387. Great restart by Herbert. He opened up a lip, the 7 into the outside wall. He's stuck on the wall. A rash of cautions here late. Keaton Holder running P2. Goes up high, gets into the outside wall. Let's take a look. He was sending it in super hard. This time, he just rides that high line. Looked like a little bump there. Doesn't upset the car too bad. taps it with that right rear. Up on the wall he goes. So that will change the complexity of what we got going on up front. Ryan Stillwell, or Logan Herbert, now with Chris Cox in the 515. In P2, Billy Roberts in the final podium position. 88 car of Grant Wesley. You know he wants to move up into points here. He's looking for that final podium as we will extend one more caution. Working lap 49 of 51. This will be our first try at a green-white checker. Logan Herbert, high to low restart. Great restart. Gaps the 515 by a pretty large margin. Billy Roberts now and Grant Wesley. That is the final podium position on lap 50 of 51. Billy Roberts rolling the bottom in that 99, trying to hold off the 88. That's a driver out of Independence, Missouri, and a driver out of Evansville, Indiana. The 515 out of fuel. Billy Roberts up to P2. Grant Wesley will sneak into a podium finish in the 88. Chris Cox runs out of fuel on the last lap. That will drop him back to P9. Clayton, wow.
That that was hectic. I heard him.
I heard I'm out of fuel, and boy, was he not out of fuel. 515 falls down the field. Exciting finish, Clayton.
Absolutely. I got to discuss something with Chris Cox real quick. He doesn't sound too happy. Something may have happened. So I'm going to jump into my race control, roll real quick. I will be right back.
And we will grab Grant Wesley once he gets up into, let's see if we can find Grant. There's Grant. Third place finisher, the 88 car of Grant Wesley. Grant, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, that was kind of an interesting end. The 88, you kind of looked like you had an up and down night. Walk us through your evening.
Yeah, I was struggling with the setup all night long. Just never really found anything I liked. I actually ended up going to an old Kokomo setup that I liked just about everywhere, and it was decent. The setup was okay in the feature. I just kind of got mired there mid pack. I was trying to run the top side, kept eating the wall in 1 and 2. Knocked the right front out of it. So we got that caution with like 10 to go. Able to come down and pit and get the right front fixed, and I kind of had a shot there. And the car is pretty good there for those green or for the last couple restarts. My heart goes out to Chris. He was running second and he ran out of fuel. That's what happened there. So it was chaos whenever he said I'm out of fuel. My Billy went low, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna rail the top, and just hope I come out second or third.
Yeah, man, when you're in that front pack battling for a podium and you hear out of fuel, your heart has to skip a beat, my friend. But you held it together. You drove the 88 to a podium finish, man. Who do you want to thank for your podium finish tonight?
Yeah, I just want to thank all the sponsors here with Outlaw Racing. A&J Landscaping, Gears Unlimited, Vitali Motorsports, and Tightline Apparel. And thanks, I know House of Speed, they sponsor a little bit here and there, and just everyone that helps out this league. Just appreciate all the guys that show up on a weekly basis. It's a great group of guys. Even if it is 10 cars, I don't mind racing with 10 whenever it's this caliber. So, yeah, just thanks to everybody. Thanks you, Joe, for putting on the broadcast. Thanks to my teammates at Animal Racing, Ryan and Scott. Yeah.
Yeah, man, and it wouldn't be. I can always count on talking to the 88 every week. It would not be a week if I didn't get my Southern Indiana / Northern Kentucky weather report. What's going on back there in Indiana tonight?
It is rainy. It is raining cats and dogs right now, but mid 50s. It's not bad.
Yeah, about the same as here. We're expecting 4 inches of rain out here in California, believe it or not. Lows in the 37s in the morning and highs in the 50s. So, man, yeah, great run by you, my friend. Thank you for the weather update. And we will let Clayton grab second place finisher, Billy Roberts.
Hey, Billy, it's
Okay.
Clayton in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I'll call you right back, Dad. All right. Yes, I'm here.
Hey, buddy. So, watching you, man, start up front. Thought you were gonna be able to possibly pull out the win, man. Just what do you think would have what would have needed to be in that 99 tonight to finish up front?
Well, a little bit more luck. The right setup. I put the wrong setup in the car, and Keaton, I was holding him up the whole time for sure. Felt like I had a fast car. I was just overdriving it. Mikey come on and said I was overdriving it, and I started slowing down there. And towards the end, I felt like I was getting faster, but I just took me too long to figure it out.
Absolutely, and we saw the 387. You know, he started 8th, and by the time he got to the line, he was in 6th. I don't know if the sim possibly would have given him a black flag. You know, we weren't gonna. It was already too late by the time I had picked up on it to throw a yellow. You know, the racing had already begun. I didn't catch it immediately. That one was on me, but I was, maybe was there any notice or did anybody from the back of the field? I know you had a couple teammates a little bit further back. Anybody else give you a heads up on that possibly?
No, nobody said nothing to me about it.
Alrighty. Well,
I just know Keaton was fast, and I was holding him up. I was. We just kind of run the same lines, and we both caught. I ran Chris down, and poor Chris ran out of gas. I was doing everything I could not to run over him.
yeah, man. How hectic is that here and out of fuel going into the last corner?
Yeah.
Well, what did it take on that? What did it take on that 99 tonight to get it done?
It just I don't know. It just took being easy on the throttle. That was for sure.
Good to hear, man. Anybody you want to thank for tonight's run?
All my teammates at Outlaw Racing, you of course for all the work you do for us and with us, and Joe for putting it on, and all of our sponsors, and all the guys running with us. I feel like we have a wonderful group of guys here, and hope we can grab a few more here and there. And soon we'll have a 25 car field like Joe does on Friday nights, and we'll have some good racing.
Absolutely, man. 25 of you in here would be one heck of a show. How excited are you on a scale from no thank you to absolutely? Are you ready for the Chili Bowl next week?
No. Not at all.
Yeah. Hope you guys are getting your practice in. I know you got, one heck of a setup guy in the back. So hopefully you guys are able to work something out. Wish you all the best of luck. We're going to see you in the late models next.
Yes, sir. I'll be here. I'll guarantee to crash somebody.
All right, buddy. Well, good luck tonight, man.
All right.
And with that, we will grab your winner, Logan Herbert. Logan Herbert moved up 3 positions from his start in that 611. Logan, this is Joe. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Man, that's how you get it done right there. You saw it in the low horsepower street stocks, and now you jump into a big block modified, and man, you put on a heck of a show. How did you get to the front?
We started second row outside, and leaders actually started front row outside as well. So we kind of just got the jump on third place and second place, and got to second. Just followed the leader for a minute, waited to make my move, and just made the move, got by him, and just kept hitting my marks.
So, man, you've won, and I didn't know this. This was came to me by Clayton. You've won every big block modified race of this season. Not to put a jinx on you, man, but with the quality of cars that we have in the field, that is absolutely outstanding by that 611, man. How was the rest of the night? Did anybody challenge you? Were you running a safe line? Could you see the 515 behind you?
I was just keeping calm. I wasn't really paying attention behind me. just watching out for lap cars there at the end, and eventually we got the yellow, so I didn't really have to worry about the rest. But I didn't feel like anyone really had anything for me, but like I said, I wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah, man, you're set on your line. You hit it every time. Almost perfect night for that 611. Matter of fact, you're 2 for 2, man. You going for the three-peat?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Who do you want to thank for your second victory of the night?
Again, just Keaton Holder for all the help down there and Premier Racing setups.
Yeah, man. So we'll see you in the Pro Late Models coming up.
Yes, sir.
Clayton, final thoughts.
And like kid Logan Herbert once again getting it done. Kind of wondering if he can pull off the hat trick tonight. Any hockey fans out there, if he possibly can go 3 for 3 tonight, and see if he can't walk away. Seeing these guys getting weekly payouts. Logan Herbert has already made his league entry and some back in his pocket, so that's good to see. Glad we have that offer on the table for all these guys, and we'll see what he can do in the next race. Billy Roberts pulled off some incredible driving. Keaton Holder, one of the fastest in the league, able to keep him behind him there for a while. I did check in with Keaton. He did get a black flag on that restart, so we'll see post race what that does to him. And other than that, just excited for the late models, man. This is the best show we put on coming up next. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we will step away for a moment. When we come back, as you heard, we will be with the Pro Late Models. So we will be right back.
I'm Chris Jakimick, and I live in Las Vegas, Nevada. Throughout my military career, I spent the bulk of my career out in Las Vegas. It was the first job I had as I was protecting some sensitive resources out there at Nellis. I would deploy to Kuwait early on in my military career with a larger weaponry system to support Operation Southern Watch. And then from 2003 to 2006, I was part of the emerging drone mission for the United States Air Force and Department of Defense. We were fighting the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan from our backyard. You'd be in war for 12 hours of your shift, and then you'd drive home to your apartment here in Nevada. So psychologically, it was very odd. Like, you felt you were in the combat zone every day because you were seeing it on the screens and it was that important, but I don't know what it did to the human psyche at the time. Some things would kind of happen in my personal life after that would change a lot. When Adam joined the Marine Corps, it was a natural fit. Anybody who joins the military, especially after 9/11 happened, you're looking for that purpose. I think that's why he made the choice. It's like, let me go be a Marine. He was in between Fallujah and Ramadi during the heaviest parts of the fighting of the Iraq conflict. I mean, you hear guys like Jocko and everything talk about like the triangle of death. My brother was dead set in the middle of the triangle of death with a Marine unit. I think it changed him. Like, you look at everything across history, you read any of the books out there, war changes anybody that's been involved with it. Trauma or mass events like that changes anybody, and it really changed my brother. And I get that call. I get the text actually from my stepmom. It's like, I need you to call me as soon as possible. Something's wrong with Adam. All right. Didn't think anything of it. And I'm about to pull off the highway to go celebrate and have some pizza with my classmates. And she's like, Adam's dead. Adam's dead. He had died by suicide that day. 25th of July, 2017. And it changed my world forever.
I think that was the first time I saw or heard someone broken through the phone. There was a time where I was concerned that he wasn't going to make it. There were times I thought, we're going to have to camp out outside of his house, or we might get that phone call. Are we ready for that phone call?
I couldn't catch a break. A fellow first sergeant I served with, he had died by suicide. On the day of my buddy's funeral, I'm going through social media and I see this, what appears to be a manifesto from one of my old airmen. My first thought was like, today's not gonna be a good day. And sadly, my hunch was right. He had killed his own family and taken his own life on the day of my buddy's funeral. It was just compounding trauma after trauma after trauma. I cracked. I fell hard with alcohol. That was rock bottom. I've first heard about Mission 22 just by like surfing the internet and looking on there and seeing some of the programs that they had available. I was like, something seems right about this. To be in a program like the R&R program with them and the innovative things that they're putting together, I have not seen in any other veteran nonprofit. It's putting all this stuff together to heal in the most effective way possible. They're making you do a lot of the hard work through reading, through audiobooks, through physical fitness, through nutrition, open discussion, critical thinking, neuroplasticity and cognitive feedback to where you're developing the brain more. It's given me a chance to regain my life. Cycling's been a big part of my recovery. Is around the time I retired, a little over a year ago, I set forth, as like, let me set this goal to ride 2,020 miles in 2020 for another veteran nonprofit that supports Gold Star families and those lost either to accident or to suicide. Every time I got on that bike, I was like, you know what? There's a name, there's a dash that I'm gonna honor today. Not the dates on the gravestone. It's like, I'm gonna honor that life. So it gave me purpose. And it just became like a release for me to where the pedals would spin and I would get out of my head for a little bit. Physically, I was starting to feel better. I could see the improvements, and I've tracked my data over the past year, and it's phenomenal on the growth that I've had on a bike.
He's just on a mission and is relentless about it. Every day he pushes it. From the loss of his brother and a number of different trauma that he had gone through in his life, it was absolutely critical for him to find something that he could sink his teeth into. I think he's taken the ball and run with it with Mission 22, especially the R&R, the recovery and resilience part. I think it makes him stronger in the person that he is today.
I don't know why I fell on the bike. It was just like, okay, it called to me, and then I kept going. So that scene from Forrest Gump where he just starts running one day and it ends up in Monument Valley in Utah? It's like, I'm tired, I think I'll go home now. I'm not tired yet. I'm not ready to throw the towel in like Forrest Gump did. I'm getting on that bike and I'm keeping on going because there's something about it. There's something about just getting out in nature, having that breeze in your face and seeing some of the beautiful landscape here in Las Vegas where it takes you away from the stressors and the challenges of the world for a little bit. And you can just appreciate the beauty that is out there and be in the moment. And then it got serious because the Air Force enrolled me in the Air Force Wounded Warrior program and it got transformed into Lo and Behold training. If I do this well, maybe I can go represent the Air Force. Maybe my grief and everything in my entire story can come to fruition because I can put the energy into something positive. If I made the team, I'd just be overwhelmed with emotion. I suffered a lot of my trauma because of my military service. But at the end, it's like, I gotta be grateful that I'm allowed to compete in this because there are others who didn't make it home or lost the war at home that's what it's about.
Oh my gosh, everybody! I am so excited. My heart's pumping, my hands are sweaty. Please welcome our very own director of the Air Force Wounded Warrior Program, Colonel Rich Obert. Over to you, sir.
Welcome, warriors and athletes.
Today we're going to announce the 2021 Air Force Team for Warrior Games. The selection was difficult as there were many hardworking and deserving individuals, and the work and dedication was apparent by all. I know the suspense is killing you, so I'll turn it back over to Marcia. Good luck to each of you. Back to you, Marcia.
All right, thank you, sir. Starting us out from Air Education and Training Command, Major Daniel, Lieutenant Dan Cariña. Yes, yes, yes. Air Combat Command, out of Texas, Master Sergeant Nicole Nikki Favuza. From Valdosta, Georgia, Technical Sergeant retired Antonio Del Vecchio. From East Liberty, Ohio, Airman retired Pete Murphy. Technical Sergeant retired Margie Hinkle. And coming up next, former pole vaulter, that is very similar to Blaze Velarde, coming to you from Las Vegas, Nevada, Master Sergeant retired Chris Jack Jackamek. Warrior Games competitor back on the team, Staff Sergeant retired Joseph Alex Pate.
Woo.
What? He did
All right.
big things back in the day. He's gonna do big things. Coming to you from St. Hedwig.
Wow. We look at Mission 22 and we see all the shirts, we see all the flags out there. I don't think enough of the people understand how big the programs actually are and how that is actually in there. And like, I'm a benefactor from the donations of these private donors that are there to allow me to live life, to improve life for not only myself, but for friends, for fellow veterans, for my children, for my girlfriend, for my family, is to be that, to say, you know what? We can keep going at the end of the day. We can keep going, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how difficult life becomes, we can keep going.
We have this value in the Air Force, this belief, a wingman concept. We're gonna take care of each other. We've got each other, and there gives us hope, right? And so if you have been knocked down, I say this a lot, by the baseball bat of life, right? You're on the ground. If you know that someone's got you, it's got your six, no matter what, that's gonna help you get back up again. And that's part of Mission 22, I think, for him. That connection, that human connection, that's what's gonna save us. Yeah, that's what saved him. He can be a light in darkness. No matter how dark that spiral is, to know that someone got back up again and navigated their way out, that they can get through it too, that they are not alone. Not for one moment of one day. That's what he could be. He could be a beacon of light.
Mission 22 was founded on the timeless principle that America's warriors are equally valuable overseas as they are within our borders. We are unwaveringly committed to the journey back home and understand the barriers our heroes face when making the often arduous and taken for granted transition home. Trauma is an opportunity. While bleeding, hidden pains of the past can never be removed. We can transform them into something brand new and beautiful. We can grow through trauma to become our community's cornerstone, the safest neighbor on the block, the strongest leader in the office, the most caring volunteer at the elementary school. The Recovery and Resiliency Program is a year-long, and it uses everything from cutting-edge biometric tools to science-backed supplements. This is a catalyst to take the deep scars suffered for our nation's sake and turn them into opportunities to direct our God-given purpose and energies as protectors toward a refreshed and meaningful life. By committing to this year-long program, you will be happier, stronger, and wiser. Your PTS and/or TBI may not leave you, but you will be more comfortable in your own skin, and your suffering will begin to have meaning. Our goal is to give warriors one thing, the truth. Let's take responsibility for our healing. Mission 22 was founded on the timeless principle that America's warriors are equally valuable overseas as they are within our borders. We are unwaveringly committed to the journey back home and understand the barriers our heroes face when making the often arduous and taken for granted transition home. Trauma is an opportunity. While bleeding, hidden pains of the past can never be removed. We can transform them into something brand new and beautiful. We can grow through trauma to become our community's cornerstone, the safest neighbor on the block, the strongest leader in the office, the most caring volunteer at the elementary school. The Recovery and Resiliency Program is a year-long, and it uses everything from cutting-edge biometric tools to science-backed supplements. This is a catalyst to take the deep scars suffered for our nation's sake and turn them into opportunities to direct our God-given purpose and energies as protectors toward a refreshed and meaningful life. By committing to this year-long program, you will be happier, stronger, and wiser. Your PTS and/or TBI may not leave you, but you will be more comfortable in your own skin, and your suffering will begin to have meaning. Our goal is to give warriors one thing, the truth. Let's take responsibility for our healing.
Welcome back. Got Your Six Racing Network. We are back with the Pro Late Models. Clayton looking for a great show tonight in the Pro Late Models. Billy Roberts, now Scott Scheuer at the top of the board with a 12.072 in practice.
Yeah, they were just having a test session over there at Outlaw Racing. Just jumped in, said hey to everybody, making sure the night's going well for everybody. Those guys were making some final adjustments, so I'm sure a lot of these drivers tonight, even though, you know, it's race night, they're never done working on their cars, so see what kind of changes these drivers can make and who's going to come out on top after tonight.
Logan Herbert now to the top of the board, the 6'11", going for that hat trick that you mentioned earlier. 6'11", starting off the night in the Pro Late Models on the right note here.
Yeah, Logan just he can dominate a dirt track, that's for sure. That's really all I can say about him. I would understand being fast in one, you know, specific series, but anything we put on, he seems to show up and take all the money if he can.
Getting ready to go qualifying. Tonight's qualifying brought to you by Tight Lines Apparel. Have passion for the great outdoors and fishing? Tight Lines Apparel has all your fishing apparel needs for the whole family, from women's to men's and youth sizes. Family owned and operated, Tight Lines Apparel has a passion for the outdoors, and everything is custom made to order, from tees to hoodies. Tight Lines Apparel is your one-stop shop for all your fishing apparel needs. Act now and use code SIMRACERSHIP for free shipping on your order. That's SIMRACERSHIP for free shipping. Be sure to give them a like and follow on Facebook and Instagram and get the whole family set up with Tight Lines Apparel. Keep it tight with Tight Lines Apparel. See who we can catch out on the track as Chris Cox in the 515 just wrapping up. Scheuer just wrapping up. He'll roll off P2 so far. 213 of Michael Vitale is 5th quick. Jake Henry 7th quick. Grant Wesley, he's currently on his first time lap. What can the 88 do? 2nd quick, 11.996. Still waiting on Keaton Holder to come out on track.
Looks like 11.9s here are very fast, Joe. I was struggling to turn 12.2s here earlier. These guys are making me feel, again, as if I've never been on a simulator before in my life. These guys are full of talent. Really excited to see if Keaton Holder here can top his teammate at the top of the board.
And here we go. That's the white and pink 97 or 387. I keep getting this number mixed up there. 8th quick on his first lap, 12.113. Can he break that 11-second barrier on his second lap? 97 car. 2nd quick right behind Logan Herbert, 11.991. for the 387, it looks like the 611 will get the Tight Lines Apparel Pole Award for tonight.
Looks like I haven't seen Ryan Stillwell pull out on track and put a lap down yet.
I'm not showing him in my server, actually. Huh. So if he's out here, I'm not showing him.
Yeah, jump down there, grab a quick word. Well, we'll bring him up here and see. Hey Ryan, it's Clayton in the booth. You got a copy? Oh boy. Tough luck for the 09. We'll see if he can make it. We've got about 1 minute and 45 seconds left. That is enough time to put down a few laps here, but depending on his issues, he may not have enough time here to get a lap down.
Pro late models tonight brought to you by Vitali Motorsports. Like to thank Vitali Motorsports for all that they do for the Outlaw Racing League. Folks have chipped in huge and been a part of from the beginning. So greatly appreciate Vitali Motorsports for sponsoring the Pro late model division for tonight. Clayton, we went to the Hangtown 100 last weekend and about froze to death out here in California. It was down in the 40 degrees, man, but what a show those cats put on. It was absolutely amazing. Last year, Kyle Larson was there with Chase Elliott, actually. So second year in a row, man, the guys put on an absolutely amazing show out here at Placerville. Man, that was fun. Walked around the pits, got to look at some of the cars, and actually started fumbling around Lightning sprint cars. Never heard of one, but they run the same exact motor that you and I talked about that last week, actually. Run the same motor as dwarf cars, 1000cc motorcycle engines. Maybe it's on Messenger, but it was really cool to hang out in the pits with those guys and see how they handle their business. So yeah, my son and I last week about froze our butts off, man, but it was a lot of fun at the Hangtown 100 for sure.
Absolutely. Something about a dirt track, man, the environment. Almost any driver is super approachable. It takes me back to being a kid, Austin and Ty Dillon bringing their modifieds to Volusia and watching them ride dirt bikes out in the field and playing cornhole with them and stuff. You never know who you're going to meet. Something about a dirt track, man, is truly a special place. Looking forward to getting back to one. Don't have any near me, unfortunately. The closest one's about 2 hours away, so definitely ready to get back down south and get back to the dirt track for sure.
Yeah, man, I can't wait. Heat 1 is on the grid. Logan Herbert on the inside of Grant Wesley. Chris Cox on the inside of row 2. Michael Vitale to his outside. Jake Henry will round out your field of 5 drivers in heat number 1. Logan Herbert's going to be hard to beat here.
Yeah, I'm really interested if he'll be able to get it done. I know if he wins this heat race, it means he's starting 4th in the feature, inverting the top 4. But Grant Wesley, super strong in a late model. We'll see if he's got anything for that 611 here.
Green flag is out. That is Logan Herbert down low. Grant Wesley trying to get a run on the high side. Looks like Herbert has the line of choice, the 515 of Chris Cox. He's peeking on the inside of the 88 on lap 2 of 10. Michael Vitale currently in the 213. He's running in P4.
Single filed out. Single file right now, running the middle line.
Just going to say the same thing. We got single file in a big hurry. I don't think that's going to work when the whole field's out there for the feature, but for heat number 1 on lap 4 of 10, we are single file. Looks like Vitale got a little loose there off of turn 2 on the last time by. He's got the 171. That's Jake Henry behind him.
Yeah,
but up front, nose to tail.
Chris Cox, He puts on one heck of a show week in and week out in the late models over there at Friday Night Lights. What a great event you put on Friday nights over there with Got Your Six Racing Network there, Joe. Super stoked to be a part of that. Chris Cox running final podium position right now for the heat race. But if anybody here, any of the viewers want to tune into Friday Night Lights, Chris Cox usually doesn't have a P3 next to his name when it comes time to run late models.
Yeah, man, you can catch Clayton and I both this Friday night. Friday Night Lights starts at 6:45 Eastern Time for the 358 limited late models and 305 sprint cars, so not as high powered. Or as we do have some action, but yeah, great. Thank you for the shout out there, Clayton. Can't wait to get in the booth Friday night. Looks like the 611 into the wall. He bent up that spoiler on lap 10 of 10. 1 to go. Wesley closing into that rear bumper. Can't get it done. It will be Herbert, Wesley, Cox, your top 3. Michael Vitale, Jake Henry round out your field of 5 drivers as we prepare for heat number 2. Keaton Holder on the inside of Scott Scheuer on the front row. Billy Roberts, Eddie Neal in row 2. Ryan Stillwell rounds out your field of 5 drivers. Leader gets lane choice, and at a 387 will take the high line outside of Scott Scheuer in that 57. We got 10 laps to get it done in heat number 3 on our way to the 50-lap feature. We'll see if that outside line was the correct choice. Clayton, I think it was. Your thoughts?
Absolutely, especially for a guy like Keaton Holder. Really one of the best when it comes to put it up top and just keeping the foot down. Keaton Holder knows how to get it done. I think 97 here drives off with it and keeps it up front, coming to the green.
Green flag is out. We are underway. Holder on that high side. He pushes into 1. That will leave the 57 car on the bottom side. Scott Scheuer now slides up as the 318 pushes. These cars, if you do not get the throttle exactly right entering the corner, I was racing them at Williams Grove this week. They push like a dump truck if you do not hit the throttle exactly perfect. Looks like everybody now getting into the rhythm as Scheuer pulling away from Keaton Holder. A little bit surprised by that as Billy Roberts gets on the outside of 318 who got loose.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to stop talking about drivers because it seems every time tonight that I compliment somebody, it goes wrong for them. So going to have to find a different approach as far as broadcasting because I seem to give them the broadcaster's curse for sure, week in and week out.
It happens all the time, man. Scott Scheuer at the front of the field, pulling away from the 387. I am slightly surprised. Scott Scheuer opening up almost a second gap between himself and Holder on lap 6 of 10. Billy Roberts in a comfortable 3rd. Eddie Neal in 4th. And Ryan Stillwell, he was not able to move back up through the field from that 5th starting position. So up front, Scheuer leading the way. Keaton Holder in P2. We'll go on board with your leader. Get a lap here around you can hear him on that throttle, getting that rear end to rotate.
Yeah, you have to overdrive these cars so much into the corner to get them to turn. As you stated, man, they push like a dump truck into the corners.
Yeah, if you don't hit that throttle exactly. I struggled, man. Scheuer, Holder, Roberts, Neal, Stillwell. I struggled mightily until I figured out Williams Grove, man. That was tough. 2 minutes of warm-up, ladies and gentlemen. We will be right back.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name is Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. This year's been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turned into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. That just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people.
Welcome back. We're getting ready for a 50-lap feature. We'll get a look at the grid here coming up as we wind up everyone going through their setups and final adjustments on their cars for that 50-lap feature. Keaton Holder on the inside of row number 1 with Grant Wesley to his outside. Scott Schroyer, Logan Herbert in row 2. Chris Cox, Billy Roberts in 3. Michael Vitale, Eddie Neal in 4. Jake Henry and Ryan Stillwell round out your field of 10 drivers. Keaton Holder will get lane choice. Sounds like he wants that outside. It worked well for him in the feature.
Joe, who you got in this one?
Oh boy. I wanted to take the 611. But I'm going to cower it out and take the 97 on the track, the pink and white car. I'm going with Keaton Holder.
Nice. I got to go with the 57 of Scott Schroyer, row 2 on the inside. Being able to pull away from both of these guys in this heat race, I think Scott can get it done.
Yeah, man, that's the 57, the gold and black. Great looking ride. On the inside, as the green flag is out, teammates take to the lead. That was quick. I am not showing a caution, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen. I am not showing a caution. Keaton Holder still at the front of the field in the 97. Keaton Holder, Grant Wesley, Schroyer, Herbert. Getting ready to go green this time by on lap 5 of 50. Caution comes back out again. I don't know why I am not tracking cautions. Jake Henry, possibly. Let's take a look on the restart. That is the 171. Gets into the 318. Around he goes. So that is the caution for the 171. Caution breeds cautions here. Trying to get it done here. '97 car or 387, depending on which board you're looking at here. Grant Wesley still in P2. Caution will be extended.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion. I'm not sure how I got pulled down to a different chat, but
Were
we
you
heard Logan Herbert.
broadcasting to the masses down there with the people?
Yeah, I had to go down and
Green flag is back out. Oh, caution comes back up.
or
So we're trying to get them lined back up again here.
yeah, it seems to be the race control software maybe having a hiccup here, trying to keep my cool and play double duty.
As we're trying to get the field lined back up. Doubling it back up. Keaton Holder, Grant Wesley to his inside. Vitaly Scheuer in row 2. Billy Roberts, Eddie Neal in row number 3. So a rough start to the Pro Late Models. We're only on lap 3 of 50. Pro Late Models, as you heard, drive a little bit differently than all the other cars that we've been in tonight. Grant Wesley with a great start on the inside of that 97. The 88 on the bottom will not get a good big pile up in 1 and 2. Looks like Scheuer, we can't get going here in the Pro Late Models. Let's take a look. 318. Billy Roberts into the 318. Net code big time.
Yeah.
On the 318 and 57, those cars were not within. Those cars were not within 3 feet of each other. And Netcode bites us once again. as we get ready to line them up and try a one more time.
Yeah, as if these late models aren't hard enough to drive, it seems the technical difficulties between netcode and race control stuff, it's all going downhill here in the last race of the night here, Joe.
You know, it happens, man. It happens every once in a while. These guys will get in a groove here in no time. 50 laps will be behind us as Keaton Holder will take us to the green flag once again. Wesley got a great run last time. I think it's that high to low restart. He's able to keep up with that 387 of Keaton Holder. Holder running right above the slick. Chris Cox in the 515. He's kind of running through the slick there. I guess he's got his rear, right rear on the outside of the slick. Michael Vitale in P4. Stillwell in the 09 up to P5. Logan Herbert in the 611. He's currently running back in P6 as he makes a pass. Move him up to the top 5. Rest of the field didn't need to see that. The 57 of Scott Scheuer now. He's going to try to get by Stillwell. Eddie Neal back there with Billy Roberts and Jake Henry in the 171. Up front, Holder. We're going to get nose to tail here in no time. Once the track starts to wear off, we will look for some too wide racing. Yes, that top right now has a ton of grip left in it, and they are using every inch of it.
Absolutely. I've heard that from a couple different drivers talking to them as far as getting the left rear in the slick but the right rear out of it. They say it's very fast. I'm too not talented enough, I should say, to be able to do it without overdriving the car. But these guys are, you know, like Chris Cox, they're able to do that line that I've been told and really show that it is doable. I just can't figure out how to do it myself.
Grant Wesley in P2, Chris Cox P3. Logan Herbert is under attack from the 213. Vitale was working that bottom, slides up in front of the 57. That is Scott Scheuer, who has dropped 3 from the start. Vitale able to hold on to P5 in front of Scheuer. Ryan Stillwell in P6. That is the 09 machine in front of the 318 of Eddie Neal. Billy Roberts not able to recover and move back up through the field in that 99 machine. He's currently P9. Jake Henry is the tail end of the field in P10. Up front, Holder, Grant Wesley. Wesley not letting Holder get too far out in front of that 88 machine. On lap 16 of 50, Chris Cox, who has a late run set up in. We are nose to tail at the front of the field. A matter of fact, let's take you through the field. As the caution comes back out, that was at track level. Cars are absolutely getting it done. The pro late models putting on a heck of a show. And the caution did come back out. That might have been Stillwell. His shot at the starting from the front of the field in the 57. Looks like Vitale gets into the wall. That will collect the 57. Billy Roberts tries to navigate through, and he will make it with minimal damage. Keaton Holder still at the front of the field in that 387 machine, or the 97, the white and pink ride. mix up there with iRacing, as it just said going green, but the lights are now off on the pace truck.
Yeah, Scott Schroyer, unfortunately, sounds like he's out for tonight with the late models. He's got 5 minutes of repairs. Only one fast repair for these guys. Unfortunately, he was involved in something a little bit earlier and had to use it. So he's got about 5 minutes of repairs, he said. Looks like the 57 is out for the night.
611, he's going to go down low. He's going to try that bottom side, as Wesley is also going to take a peek underneath that 97 on lap 24 of 50. We're closing in on the cross flags here with one more lap to go to the halfway point. The 88 car on the rear bumper of that 97. His teammate, Logan Herbert, he's going to dig the bottom, going for the hat trick in the 611. He will slide up, a little bit of contact with Grant Wesley in the 88. Chris Cox currently running in P4. He's the first car on the outside looking in at a podium. Grant Wesley into the outside wall. The 611 of Logan Herbert, he was able to check up. So both those cars continue on. Keaton Holder is running away with it a little bit. Half-second lead between himself and the 88 of Grant Wesley. Logan Herbert decided to fall in line, ride behind that 88. Will he look for that opportunity? We saw him throw a slide job earlier in a race that was unexpected. And here it may come again. Slide job, crossover. Looks like he got just enough of that 88. Now will Grant Wesley get in line and return that favor? Will he be patient on lap 30 of 50? The battle is right here between the 611 and the 88. Can the 611 get up to his teammate of Keaton Holder in the 387? Logan Herbert into that outside wall. Chris Cox still on the outside looking in that 515, currently running in P4. Billy Roberts. Now Roberts is going to roll the bottom.
Yeah, Billy Roberts already back into the top 5. I think he could possibly find some speed down there on the bottom. I know he's fast in modifieds. I wonder if he's quick as well in these late models. I know most of the time you want to keep these things wound up, but at the end of the day, he is driving the shorter distance around the track, so we'll see what that 99 can rally here with about 15 to go.
Yeah, man, we'll have to watch that gap. Currently, the 97 Holder in the lead. His teammate, Logan Herbert, going for the hat trick. He's up to P2. Will he put the pressure on his teammate? Let's see who was quicker that time by a 12.660. Looks like the 611 just a touch faster. He's gaining on that leader of Keaton Holder. Keaton Holder last time by a little bit quicker. So they're taking turns at who runs the quick lap on lap 38 of 50. Last time by, 611 by a hair faster.
Yeah, Logan's saving something here. You don't want to wreck your teammate. There's the slider. Crossover by 97 of Keaton Holder there. You don't want to wreck your teammate, but Keaton definitely has some pressure from behind in that 611.
Yeah, you think these guys have ran together before, huh? Teammates like this. He gets tight in the corner. Crossover coming. He's from a long way. It'll be a haymaker if he can get it done. Now the 97 with the slide job. The 611 will have a run off the top side. As they swap, I think that's about it. So I know I should never do this. That 611 gets into front. I think he will check out. We will see here momentarily.
Yeah,
on
we'll
lap
see.
42 of 50.
The constant sliders are going to slow both of them up, crossing each other over. Could cost them both some time, and Grant Wesley could chime in here. Logan Herbert ran a 12.8 that last lap in comparison to the 88 of Grant Wesley, ran a 12.6. We'll see what they can put together here for Grant. See if Grant can get a little bit more speed out of that 88 and get caught up to these guys with only 5 to go.
The 97 goes down to the bottom. The 611 owns the top, and he's extending his lead a little bit. 46 of 50.
Jump in the initial start of the race to the back, survives the accidents, and is already back up, leading it here with 4 to go.
That is the 611 of Logan Herbert going for a perfect night, a sweep of all 3 divisions, trying to park that 611 in victory lane for a 3rd time tonight. Logan Herbert in the 611 on lap 48 of 50, extending the lead over his teammate, a 12.614 to a 12.770. So he was quicker last time by. The 88 car a little bit quicker than Keaton Holder as Keaton goes down to that bottom side. I don't think Grant Wesley will have enough time to catch Keaton Holder as he's running the bottom. His teammates running the high side. 1 to go. And the hat trick is 2 turns away. 611 dives to the bottom, gets through 3, coming off of 4. Hat trick for Logan Herbert as he wins the Pro Late Models. Keaton Holder, Grant Wesley round out your top 3 and your podium finishers for tonight. Well, it started kind of slow, but action business picked up there in the end there.
Absolutely.
We will get a word with your top 3. Clayton, as soon as you get Grant Wesley.
Yes, sir. Gonna pull him right now.
In the booth yet.
Hey, Grant, it's Clayton in the booth. You got me?
Yep, I got you.
Hey, man, that 88 looked as if it was on wheels there late in that race, seeing those 2 fight up front. Did you think you had anything for him? What did you need to get up there and possibly fight for a win?
So, I mean, honestly, I was trying to save that rear spoiler a little bit. These cars, if you whack the wall, too hard and knock the spoiler out of it, they just lose so much bite. And so, I was just trying to drive a smart race. I felt like I was a little bit quicker in Keaton there through the midpoint. I seen he kept getting in the wall a little bit, and I felt like the middle may come in late in the race, and I thought the guy with the spoiler might be able to pull off the win. So that was my strategy. And then of course Herbert, he came ripping through the field. He was on fire. Congratulations on the win to him.
Absolutely, man. Well, who do you got to thank on that 88 tonight for bringing it home P3?
I'd like to thank all the sponsors here: A&J Landscaping, Gears Unlimited, Vitaly Motorsports, and Tight Lines Apparel. Thanks you, Clayton, and for the admin support, and Joe for doing the broadcast. I'd like to thank my friends and family for watching, my teammates at Animal Racing, and my girlfriend Brittany.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, man, on a podium finish tonight.
All right, thanks.
Keaton Holder led most of the night. He started on the pole, fell back one. Keaton, this is Joe. You got me?
Yep.
Man, I thought this was it, my brother. I thought you had it. The 611, your teammate, just kept coming. What did you need to do to hold him off?
Drive better. That's one thing.
Well, I guess that's one way. He switched to a bottom line there. You were kind of running on the top side, man. You wish you would have went down to the bottom sooner, or did you just like the high side?
Nah, I really didn't know. I don't have a mirror on, so I didn't know what he was doing. I didn't even know what Grant was doing.
Man, all good dirt drivers don't have a mirror on. I didn't expect anything less from you, my friend. Man, so you led, can't remember how many laps. I think the last 3 are the only 3 that he led. How was the setup in that 97?
I had the same setup Logan had, but it was good. Richard Murtaugh's got us digging in these Pro Late Models.
Yeah, man. Do you guys practice throughout the week?
No, this is our practice right here.
Come out and give it heck, huh?
Yeah.
Man, great run by you, my friend. Runner-up finish to your teammate in that 611. Who do you want to thank for your podium finish?
Richard Murtaugh Jr., Logan Herbert, and Premier Racing Setups, and y'all for putting this thing on.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Wish you a great rest of the week.
You too.
That is Keaton Holder. He comes home P2 in the 387 machine.
Yeah, dialing up our winner here, Logan. It's Clayton in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, buddy. He had a heck of a start to the race. A little bit of a race jump. Went to the back. I knew you weren't counted out. I know it was tough to hear. Man, how good does it feel to be able to sweep the whole night like you did tonight?
Yeah, it feels good. At the beginning of this race, I didn't really understand the rules, but thanks to you, you clarified it up and gave me the EOL and cleared the black flag. And we just kind of stayed patient. As soon as we got to the back, they were all kind of wrecked and just made our way up. And then we got by Grant, and the thing was just a rocket ship from there.
Yeah, Logan, your teammate, or Keaton, I'm sorry, your teammate just told us that you guys had the same exact setup, man, but you guys seemed on two totally different race cars tonight, man. Where were you able to go and find speed that Keaton wasn't exactly at?
Yeah, honestly, I just feel like I have more experience on the sim running the top here, so really I think I can just get around the top here better, and I feel like he's more better at throttle control and being on the bottom.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, man, on another win tonight, sweeping the night. You made $35 tonight in weekly payouts thanks to the sponsors. So that's good to see, man. Making your league entry back in almost 1 week in total. So who do you got to thank tonight on that 611 bringing it home P1?
No, I'd like to thank all the sponsors for this and you guys putting it on, and again, Keaton Holder coming in here being my teammate, and Premier Racing Setups.
Awesome, buddy. Well, congratulations on another win tonight. We'll see you over in the race meeting booth, buddy. Good job.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Well, Clayton, there you have it. There is week 5 in the books. Next week, we get a little bit of a break, and we're headed to the Chili Bowl. What car are we running at the Chili Bowl?
Dirt Midgets.
Dirt Midgets, man. One of my favorites. So looking very forward to that. Any final thoughts on tonight's action?
Man, tonight was fun. Cool to see, not good to see Logan go to the back, but the way he drove through that late model field, the way he did, it just shows how much talent you got. All these guys race so clean. I'm so thankful for each and every one of them participating and spreading the word about the league and just getting the word out there. These guys are one heck of a group, full of talent. 3,500 strength of field races every week is phenomenal. These guys have so much talent, a lot of respect between a lot of them. It's good, hard racing, man. We love to see it, and just hope we keep on building from here.
Yeah, man, the numbers will come, I guarantee you, with racing like we had tonight. So another great show, my friend. I wish you a great rest of the week. Hope to see you on Friday. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, greatly appreciate everyone tuning in. And until next time, we'll see ya.
1, 2, 3. I love it, Molly.
They say it's a matter of time, 1,000 days and the sun won't shine before I come back to you. For your love I will go far, I wanna be wherever you are. I know I'm coming back for you.
Brother, it's good to see you.
My love is a river long, the best ride in a million wrongs. I know I'm coming back to you. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. I'm making my way home. I'm making my way